I am Erica Margot. You are watching eMargot TV. This is Him and My Skin. Grab your champagne glasses and take notes, bitches. Hey, ladies, welcome back. And gentlemen, I don't want to exclude you guys. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about struggle love and how love doesn't hurt. The person that you're loving is making the shit feel like this shit is hurting, and this is how it's supposed to be. I'm not a fan and I'm not an advocate for being mistreated. I'm not an advocate of someone not treating me the way that I want to. You know, there has been times where men would be like, who does she think she is? And, I went out with this guy one time and I told you guys I'm a foodie. I love wine. I love the taste and the fragrances of food. You know what I mean? And we had went out to this restaurant and they just had the cutest little glasses, and they would fill them up. It was cute wine thing. And I irritated this man so much. He was like, "What planet do you live on? Like you're acting like you're in Paris somewhere. Like you need to come back down to earth." And my antennas went off. And I liked the guy. And I couldn't understand. And this is what you ladies need to understand. This guy, he was not mentally even prepared to be the kind of man that I wanted or like I needed. So he was tearing me down with something that's so simple. I could tell you about vintages and the varietals of wine and the make of the wine, the flavor of the wine, what's the ingredients of the wine. And, people just think that I like to have wine just to have wine. I love the taste of it. It has nothing, it's like coffee. You know how you drink Pepsi? I drink wine. It's the same damn thing. No, I'm not. I don't get tipsy off of this. If it's a Manhattan or old fashioned, then if I have one too many of those, then I'm going down, babe. But I just want to talk with you about, love is not supposed to be a struggle. Pure energetic love, like when your animal is really loving you, it's supposed to be unconditional. um I don't understand the concept of when we were born, how you were loved with stipulations. That's not normal. you know um don't love me if I do this. You know what I mean? Or you need to act this way for me to love you. Love is supposed to be unconditional. Somewhere down the line, something happened. I don't know if it was how our parents were raised, of with a sense of control. Love is not control. Love is let you blossom into who you need to be. When you start getting into um, struggle love and you think that's normal, you need to really second guess all of that. Now that's for, I don't want to say the hood, but that the struggle love comes in the hood. You know, there is a sense, and there's a such thing of having a healthy, balanced, harmonious relationship. When you're on the same playing field and you both feel the same way for each other. Um, I didn't know there was a time where somebody I was dating and we were high school sweethearts, and after we graduated, he became somebody totally different. You know, when I would dress with certain, I couldn't. He didn't want me to wear certain colors, or if I bought myself something, and you're like, what is happening? Like, what's going on? So the psyche of a man trying to control a woman when he does not know who he is, and he hasn't had a great example of how a man is supposed to be, what a man is supposed to be, how he's supposed to treat a lady, and what the true definition and the true parts of the roles that we play in a relationship. I always share with you, and I keep saying this over and over again, and I say it in almost every video. I just want to have fun, have great sex, eat delicious, wonderful food, and travel the world with you. Why are you making it so complicated? I'm not supposed to be controlled. I am a flower. It's just like um, you know how you're doing gardening and you'll put up like a hedge, or I don't know, different, like, I forgot what the name of it is, but let's just say you're trying to keep the flower in this part of the garden and somehow it seems to seep throughout the gate. That's like a lady. And even for men, I don't want to control my man. I don't want to tell him what to do. I want to be able to trust the man that I'm with. And he's like, babe, this is the idea that I have. I want to do X, Y, and Z. My only job should be like, babe, you can do it. Do what you got to do. I shouldn't be in there doing the heavy lifting with him. It's his dream. I'm supposed to be over here dreaming too and being pretty and being everything I want to be. And so if I'm allowing him to be who he needs to be, and then I'm being who I'm supposed to be, and then we can come together and you just make a beautiful, situation. This struggle, love, and it needs to be hard, and it's work in a relationship. Can you hear the stigma on that word? It's work in a relationship. No, I work on my career. I shouldn't work to love you. I shouldn't work for us to get along when we're not getting along. If you ladies can understand and recognize the signs when there's just a mismatch, baby, and you got to go back to the drawing board and get yourself together to attract the right man. Because if you keep getting him saying one thing, that man is not ready. You girls in 20, early 30s, and mid 30s, trying to get a man of a particular situation to be ready for you, and he's not ready. You have to be responsible to be like, no, you just not ready. But in my last video, what did I tell you guys to do? Love him until he gets it together. And if he come along and you still single, then you can make that shit work. Stop trying to force your hand on these men, because that's making them crazy and you're making them lie to you. If you could be secure within yourself, ladies, they're not going to, they wouldn't have to lie, but you put so much pressure and you're so tedious in your delivery with them of them being a certain kind of way. When you need to recognize their action, fuck them saying, oh, I love you. Fuck them saying, oh, I want to do this with you and be this. If a man's actions is not lining up with his words, it's your responsibility with him being in your life to be like, you know what, this is not serving me. But ladies, you haven't even been taught how to differentiate what that looks like for you. You just think a man come along, that's just in their DNA. Every man act the same. It just depends on the development in where he is and growth in his life. And some men mature differently, and it all depends on, you know when a man is ready when his finances is ready. When a man's finances is really not ready, I really want you to hear this. Stop doing this struggle, love. He can't pay shit. Stop being there trying to flip the bill with him. Let him figure this shit out. I got a video on that too. Bitch, let him figure it out. Go back. Because I'm going to keep referencing back to what you need to go look at so you can understand how to be whole for yourself, and stop looking to a man to make you whole, to complete you, to add, unless he's already there, and then he can help level you up to a whole nother level. You don't want to take time out to do that because you so I don't know what it is with women. Sometimes you want to be attached. You want to latch on because you feel like you're not good enough. That's where it comes down to, is your self-esteem, what you think about yourself, and you just being fearful of being alone. Learn to be alone within your thoughts. A video about that is coming shortly. I got millions of videos that I want to dish out to help women just fucking get and be still. Be still within yourself and learn yourself. Grow yourself So you don't have to put up with the struggle love. So you don't have to feel like he's lying. But he's lying because he half-ass don't want to hurt your feelings. He don't want to let you go. He like you, but he just not ready. And most men don't even know how to articulate that to you. I'm just not ready. I got this going on. A mature man, if he comes to you and he says that, you have nothing but to respect him and let him go until he's like, okay, I think that we can come back together and make this work. You guys are trying to fucking pull water out of a turnip seed, or if that's the saying. I mean, I don't understand trying to make a man be and like you and he's not ready. But if you continue to put so much pressure on him, he's not going to treat you right. He can't give you something that he don't have. And sometimes men, you're putting all this pressure on a man. They are listen, they want to be providers. They want to love you. They're still trying to figure out how to love themselves, let alone love you, how to communicate with you. They're trying to figure it out. They like you. They need a woman. That's why they keep you close. But then you get mad because you're not allowing him his process. He has his own process. So the expectations that we put on them to, the expectations that we put on them to be our Superman, they crack, they break, they cry. But you step back from them and give the man room to come to you. Let him breathe. Stop suffocating him. If you are in a situation where you're struggling and you guys are arguing, maybe this video was for you, where you're like, I'm not going to die if I have to let him go for a year or two. The guy that I really love, he's my twin. He ain't ready. You think I'm over here waiting, crying? No, I'm having a fabulous time. Until, if it happened, it happened. If not, he was a great love that I'll never forget. You have to be mature enough to come to that realization. That's all I have to say for today. Like, share, and subscribe. Email me with any questions, Erica with the C and the K at himandmyskin.com. Talk soon.